Recording. One of those. And I have to okay it on my screen as well. So shout outs are a really important piece, and you're going to hear me say lifestyle posts so many times. I know I have my phone just 1 second. I don't know how to get my. Give me a hot second here, ladies. Because I want to share my screen. I don't want to share my sound. Let's try this. Okay. No echo, but you can see my screen, I'm guessing. If someone can just pop it in the chat for me. I'll watch for it down here. Yes, thank you, Karen. Okay. So we are going to talk about the shout out deep dive system. Now, in the training page and working with your sponsor, or just simply sending a message to someone and saying, hey, I want to get started on some shout outs. What is my, best mode of attack to start getting those? Depending on where you are in your business, we're going to give you maybe some different ideas. I love to start with the green dot method. The green dot method is when you go into your messenger, anyone that's on the side that has a little green dot, it means that they are online or likely online. Sometimes, like a laptop can pick it up, it can stay online even though they're not, but you can see who's actively using their Facebook Messenger, maybe even more consistently than those that check it every 3 or 4 days, right? Because that's a piece of when you're asking for shout outs, sometimes people will say, well, I didn't get any answers back. Not everybody is as excited to be in their messenger right now because you're in your business and you're in a season where you're like working and you're expecting and anticipating those responses. So don't take it personal when it takes a little while or if they don't reply. That's why our follow-up is so crucial. So this system, this shout out system is so crucial because it allows you to jump into lots of other ponds, lots of other networks. If you're thinking, no one is buying from me, I don't have anybody who would be interested in this type of product, I have 5 people on Facebook, or if you have 5,000 people on Facebook and you're looking for the right people for this product, this is how you can quickly grow your network. And I'm going to show you I'm going to go to the next page because I did a slide on this. So these are the things that are improved when you're doing shout outs. Even if you are not making 100 sales on a shout out, there are so many other things that are going to happen from a shout out. And this is why this training specifically is really important. We're going to walk you through how to deep dive on it, how not to just get the shout out posted and wait for the sales. Who's done that? Who's posted, they've waited for the sales, and then they're kind of like, oh, like that was a waste. Like I've been doing 20 shout outs, but not getting anything back. Has anyone felt that way before? Probably, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like everyone. Thank you for being honest. Me too. So when we use the shout out as just a starting point, knowing that we're going to be doing additional things to grow our network and grow our business, you may feel more excited to actually get a shout out, regardless of whether it makes a sale or not. Okay, so I will start down, or I'll start over on the left-hand side where it says increase sales. You will absolutely make sales off of shout outs. Absolutely. You may not make sales off of every single shout out, but you will make sales on shout outs. So I just want to talk about that. The whole purpose is not necessarily just to make the sale, which is why we're going to work our way around this. But it is an important piece of a shout out. It is exciting and you should expect to make sales. You shouldn't expect to make it on every single person you connect with or every single post. And that's okay. But you should be expecting that if you continue with shout outs and you follow this system, that you will be making sales. Okay. If not there, you will make them down the road from people you connected with from a shout out. This is where holding your faith, the difference between success and no success is honestly just the level of faith that you have in doing the actions and having them yield. So you are going to add to your network. Just in the last 72 hours, there are many people who were doing the shout outs. They're getting the shout outs. They're meeting new people. Even if those people haven't purchased yet, which actually many of them have, but even if there are people that haven't, they're adding to their network. They're having conversations with people. They are increasing the number of people in their VIP groups. Why is this important? Because you can post about firming cream or tanner or toothpaste or the Lumi Spa or collagen 10 times a day in there. It's expected to be in there. Of course, we want you adding more value than just that, but you can go on a bit of a run with a product where you can do 3 or 4 days where you're posting, every few hours and saying, I'm just so excited, or there's going to be a promo on this, and really kind of turning the heat up. And the people that are in there, they are twice as likely to see that content than the content on your wall. So the visibility in a VIP group is much higher. If you don't have one yet, I have a link that shows you how to create it, the settings to have it on, how to invite to it, all of that. So please don't, again, I know this is like drinking from the fire hose, but I just want you to see that the shout outs, they will increase your VIP membership because and you're going to see this later, we're tagging our VIP group so that people can click on it even if they're not messaging us for product. So you can utilize shout outs, like I mentioned, to build your business from 0 to hero. You can have a very small number of friends or contacts on Facebook, and you can use shout outs to get into other networks. And truthfully, it's ideal because you're having people that want this type of product come into your network, right? You're not having people who are looking for what they're going to make for dinner tomorrow come into your network. You're having people who are like, oh, I have that problem. I want tan skin. I want smooth chest, legs. Oh, I want white teeth. You're having those people literally say hello to you on a post like, ooh, 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 me, me, me. Or they're clicking into your VIP to see like, is this what I want? But at least it's a great lead for you. Okay. So you can literally build your business 0 to hero with ideal contacts. You will build new relationships. Even if it's only with the person that put the post up, going back to them and thanking them and continuing the conversation with them, which I'm going to show you how we can do that. Um, it's going to naturally build a sense of closeness. Do not ask for the shout out, put it up, and never talk to them again. Use the thank you and the gratitude as just a piece of, thank you. I appreciate it so much. How have you been? We're going to walk through this, but keep the conversations going. You don't have to carry the conversation forever, but you don't want to just, hi, do it for me, because you probably won't ever sell to them or get another shout out from them again. Right? That they will feel used. We want to continue the conversation and just build the relationship somehow. Okay. It will allow you to add people to your dream team list. It will allow you to continue building your prospects. For those of us who have been doing shout outs this last week, we have already, on many occasions, been texting each other or been like, oh, look at this goodie that just came into my group. Look at this goodie that I'm chatting with, right? And it just means like there's someone new and exciting. They've got a great profile. They love the product or they're interested in the product. They're chatty, like they're a red apple, right? Like they're juicy, they're sweet, they're like ready to go. They're going to be a great business invite when the time is right. So adding people to your dream team list, if you don't have somewhere that you can jot that down or keep track of it, that's really, really crucial. We will talk about tracking next week, but for now, like do what you can to make sure that you're, just keeping your eye out and writing these people down, screenshot them, put a little check mark, put them in an album, some way where you can be like, oh, these people that excited me to potentially work with, you need to be able to track them or you will forget about them. Personal promise from me. More people to offer the business. So again, just keeping in mind all of the other pieces of this shout out wheel. You're adding people to your dream team list who you're going to be able to build a relationship with, that you're going to eventually, and don't attach to the timeline. It could be within one day, it could be within 1 week or 1 year, but you're going to have them to offer the business to. But also the people who said yes to the shout out, that's part of our shout out system. You're going to offer them the opportunity. As much as many of you are like, oh, no, I just got the shout out from them. I don't want to ask them for any more. Please remember that this is a gift for someone who may be praying for it. And you might think that you're bothering them or that you're asking for more from them. You have to remove yourself, stop thinking about what you're getting, and start thinking about what you could potentially be giving to someone who might not know that the business could be for them, or who might be thinking that they're terrified. Okay, so please don't just automatically tune that part out. Really, if it makes you a little uncomfortable, dig in, dig in there, because that's where your magical moments can happen. You can utilize others to provide credibility. And what this means is when someone posts for you, automatically they are approving you to their network, right? So when their friends and family are seeing it on their page and they're saying, like, hey, like, who's this Amy girl? Well, Sandra knows her, so like she must be okay. Sandra put it up on her wall, so she must be a real person. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to go to Amy's profile. They're going to check you out, right? They're going to see, like, are you a person or are you a bot? Are you just some computer trying to sell things or that blasted on Sandra's wall? So when you have your profile set and you're doing lots of lifestyle and you're sharing about your business wins and all of the things they get to see, they're creeping you. They're watching. And you never know who's going to have a peek at your profile that needs what you have to offer, that will buy from you, that wants to have a relationship with you, wants to join your group. That I saw it happen at charcuterie night the other night. I saw it happen. Literally, like, oh my God, I just got a follow. I just got a request. Ah, what happened? It's because the the feed, the content is starting to invite and starting to social proof that you're a real person. Um, and again, most important, it shows people they can do this business too. And this is part of our system we're going to show you when we offer the opportunity. When they've already posted for you, it can make it really easy to transition them to posting for themselves. Not perfectly easy, and there's still emotions around that, but it can certainly open those doors a little quicker. Okay, this is just the progression of the shout outs. We're going to dive into this, but go ahead and screenshot this. I'm going to post this image to the training page. And I'm just taking a look at the chat, make sure I'm not missing anything. But this is what we're going to get into today. Okay, so go ahead and like screenshot this. Just an idea. If you need to print this out and pop it on your laptop or keep it in your phone or whatever. If you have a shout out up or you've had 5 shout outs up and you're like, okay, but now what? Like I didn't make any sales, or I made one sale, or I had someone that was interested, but they didn't get back to me. Like, now what do I do? It's kind of, I'm doing these shout outs and there's nothing happening. Like, I didn't make any money and my volume hasn't moved. This is where it happens. Okay. This is where it happens. Just engagement posts. I'm going to skip past this one because we've talked about this in posting cycle, but a well structured engagement post twice a month is going to be a great place to get leads for shout outs. I do not advise jumping in and being like, hi, thanks for commenting on my engagement post. Would you do a shout out for me? We want to do an engagement post that can elicit some conversation and then work into the shout out. Okay. Don't give the industry a bad name. Don't give yourself a bad name. You're still a human on the other side, right? Social media. Social media. If you can get 1 shout out per day to work this system, one shout out per day. We want you to get more than that, but if you can get 1 shout out per day and work this system thoroughly, you will change your business. Okay, you will go from making 1 sale a month to making 10 sales a month. You will go from having 0 prospects to having a few, right? Like I'm not going to promise you that 1 shout out per month is going to turn you into $1 million earner overnight, but it is going to lead you to people that are going to help grow into that. Now, if you want it faster than that, you need more money than that, do more than 1 shout out a day. Okay, go on a bit of a blitz on shout outs. Do 30 days where you get 3 to 5 a day. You won't even recognize your business. You will not recognize your business. So these are the things that you're going to be doing to work the shout out. Okay. You want to get that post boosted or self boosted. Now, the point of boosting, yes, it helps with traffic, but it's social proofing. If you need support with boosting, I have a training link on that as well. I just created that last night. I kind of woke up in the middle of the night and was like, oh, we need that. You want to approach every like and love. So you want to add them as a friend. You want to message them and say, hey, Tanya, thank you so much for supporting the post that Sandra put up for me about the skin firming cream, about the whitening toothpaste, about the tanner. I highly suggest sticking to those three for shout outs. Would you be interested in the information about it? Can you see this message? Okay, so they might not reply, but you want to at least go in with that effort that it's a lead. They liked that post for some reason. They were like, oh, look at these results. Ooh, those are fun. They're an ideal prospect right now until you know better. Like until you know if it's a yes or no. This is important to know. We have a blue diamond in North America who came from a shout out post that had 0 likes and loves, 0 comments, 0 action, 0 messages. It wasn't even posted properly. There was no text on it. It was literally just an image. And her sponsor, who was working this deep dive system, a week later had posted her VIP group, had said, you know, here's a few more images. Thanks for everybody's interest. I'm going to show you this. And this blue diamond, she became a blue diamond, thumbed up the post a week later after it went up. That woman reached out to the thumbs up and said, hey, thanks for supporting. Would you like the information about the firming cream? She was like, yeah, those results are wild. That woman who bought a tube that day, a week later, right? A week later, she became a blue diamond. The average earnings of a blue diamond in North America is $34,000 a month per month. So if you think your shoutouts are doing nothing, they're worthless, all these things, all these stories, you just got to work the system. You've got to milk the free advertising, the free billboards that people are putting out there on social media for you. So you want to go to every comment, you want to like or not comment in. It's just a comment. I got to fix that typo. Every comment, heart it. A heart has more leverage than a like, just so you know. Heart it, reply, hey Rosa, I'm sending you over a quick message, excited to get you the details, whatever you want to say. And then you're going to go and add that person as a friend. I'm going to add Rosa as a friend. I'm going to get in Messenger and I'm going to ask her if she can see the message before I just blast her with the information. If you are just sending information, stop and please book a coach call because we're going to walk through a better step for that so that you can have success. Okay. So that you can make your people like feel heard, seen, that you're not just jumping down their throat to make the sale. Nobody likes sales breath Sally, right? I think we can all agree on that. You're going to add friends, and this I'm going to talk about when someone does a shout out post for you. I always like to go into their network to see if it's active and open. And I see if I can connect with someone in there. I see if I can take a look at what their just kidding, I'm distracted. I'm I'm going to see if there is a good network of people. Like if they have 3,000 friends, you bet they are going on my prospect list. And they might say no, 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 no. I am going to gently peruse their friends to see who is active on social media. I'm not going through and adding all of their friends. Please don't do that. That's not a trust builder for someone. But I'm going to see if there's anyone in there that has like multiple mutual friends or has a perfect social media set up ready to go. I'm going to like have a peek at the pawns that are in there and see if I can connect some other way with their network. I can always circle back and say, hey, like I connected to Cindy, who's like a friend of yours or whatever, and she's signing up. Are you sure you don't want to get in on this with us? Okay, so there's lots of networking that you can do. Add the VIP group or your beauty page, whatever you have it called. Add the link to that post. That's day 1 for sure. It's going to happen again on day 3. It doesn't really matter, but you know you want to do it again a few days later. Begin engagement with anyone that's responding to that post. Again, that you could kind of be networking through that post, and invite every single customer to your VIP. So when you have someone that's interested and you get into Messenger, like, hey, can you see this message? And maybe they've added you back as a friend already. Please go to their wall and take interest in them. Please go and build a relationship with them past just trying to make the sale. You will not recognize your business if you focus on the relationship piece. You don't have to spend all day there. You don't want to be a stalker and comment on every post, but you want to scroll through and just find something to talk about. Did they have a graduate this year? Did they have a loved one that was graduating or got married, just had a baby? Did they celebrate something themselves? When they reply to you, hey, I also noticed, right? Somewhere in that conversation, pop that in. I also noticed, congratulations, or that's so exciting, or where was that hike? Find something additional to talk about than just your sale. Sometimes it's harder than others, but try to find something, okay? And this is so crucial. We're going to go into this next week on Saturday, next training. Send customers messages, sorry, but track every person that's interested. Track every like and love, okay? Because you may send them a message asking like, hey, thanks for the post. Are you interested in this information? And they may not reply, but they may have added you back as a friend. So when you're going through your list and you're going through follow-up, you are going to have a list top of mind to do that, okay? Share the business every time. I know you're terrified. I know you're terrified that they're going to say yes. Karen is laughing, and I'm guessing it's at me. I can see you on my phone screen. Share the business every time. You might think, gosh, I don't really want to work with Betty. She's 90 years old. Betty probably doesn't want to work with you either. But Betty might have a granddaughter that is perfect for this business. So share the business every time, because Betty will say, oh gosh, Lisa, I'm 90 years old and I just want to put my feet in the sand and pray for another day. Okay? That's a very likely story that Betty's going to tell you. You don't really want to work with Betty unless she's just randomly super savvy techie as well. But you do have the opportunity to say, Betty, do you have any grandchildren or daughters that might be in a position that they would like to make extra money? Would you connect us? Okay, so like, what's next, right? Always thinking who's next, what's next? And Betty might be like, oh gosh, no, I've outlived everybody. No problem, Betty, thank you. Like, how long did that take you, right? But you just don't know who refers who. We have team elite organizations in this industry that were built on, do you know anyone who? Very specifics. Do you know anyone who's Japanese? Well, we're opening that market. Do you know anyone who's Indian? We're opening that market. From just talking and asking. Okay. No matter what the response, stay in connection. Again, you don't have to be their best friend. It's not what I'm saying, but we're going to go through this 7-day, like for 7 days, you want to just, we're going to keep this post top of mind, and we're just going to like keep them involved and be grateful for them and with them. Okay. Follow up. Again, this is why tracking is so important. Every person, every like, every message. Many of you are getting people joining your group and they might not be responding to you when you're like, hey, thanks for joining my group. Follow up. They are not living in their messenger. Stop taking it personally. They're not like, oh, I don't want to respond to you. They just joined your group. They're sussing it out. This is new for them and they don't live in their messenger. Okay. If this is a good one, and on the bottom, like if you have a shout out that's not joining your team, I'm just gonna make sure we're all muted. Huh. Uh-oh. Trying to mute you guys. If you have someone that's not joining your team, first of all, It might be that it's not for them. Totally acceptable, right? Um, but you can ask them to help you with a last call post, like doing another type of shout out, or to connect with those that are not seeing your message. This is so important. I'm going to share a story. Danielle Josephic got into a shout out that was doing very, very well. Actually, I think there was a couple on the same day. She's connecting, she's adding friends, she's commenting, she's like, doing all of these pieces, and she lands herself a ticket to Facebook jail. What do you do then? Right? You're like, oh my gosh, I can't message these people. First of all, the shout out's still going to be there when you get out of Facebook jail. Like, I want to clarify that. It's not as ideal when it's a week later, but it still is there. Ask the person who shared that post for you, hey, I'm having a problem connecting with these people. If I showed you how to create a group chat, would you put us all together so that Facebook, is more kind about how I connect with them? It's just because we're not friends or my Facebook is acting up, right? So get them to help you. She put them all into a group message, or she reached out to the person, to help connect those potential new leads. And if they've shared a post for you, they're usually pretty good about helping you with the next step. Okay. This is day 4 to 6. You want to go back to your posts. So if you got a shout out up today, even if it's doing squat, you want to put a reminder somewhere on your calendar. If you're a paper gal, you want to put an alert on your phone, like some way so that you can actually go back and do this. Day 4, you want to go back to the post. You want to reboost it. You want to thank people for their interest. Even if there was nobody interested, they don't know that, right? We're social proofing that like there's interest out there. You're trying to bump the post. You do want to go back to the people that you sent messages to, see if they've added you as a friend. We give this a little bit of time because, again, not everyone lives on their Facebook or Messenger like we are right now. They could be away on vacation. They could have checked it on Friday after work and they're not back in work until Monday. And that's where they do their social media. So day 4 to 6 is actually really important. Even if you're feeling discouraged about the shout out post not yielding a lot of conversations or contacts or sales, please don't give up on it just yet. Okay. It may still be a dead shout out. It may be a billboard in a not great place, a highway that nobody drives down. But this is a great way to reboost that post. Get back into Messenger with those customers, follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. This is an age-old saying, and it's for good reason. You'll also want to confirm orders because there will be people that say, yes, I would like to try it. You say, great, here's my email, or here's the link, or here, however you're choosing to process that order. And then it's like ghost town. They could have just got pulled away. They were interested in it. Go back and help them walk through the checkout process, making sure that we're securing that. What I typically do when someone is paying me by e-transfer, and I'm not sending a link to them, but what I typically do for that is I let them know, um, hey Andrea, your package is all ready to go. I just need your address, and I didn't see an e-transfer come through. Can you let me know if I've missed it? That's not me saying like, excuse me, you didn't pay me, because I know we all feel weird about that, myself included. And so I just like to say, did I miss it? Like, is this a me thing? Right? I try to take all that ownership on myself. What happens then is they're like, oh crap, she's got my package. It's ready to go. I did say I wanted it. Sending my e-transfer. I've almost never had a problem past that. Like I'd say 99% of the time, that first interaction where I'm doing it that way, they're like, oh yeah, sending tonight. Sometimes I've had to send like a reminder, like I'll engage or whatever. But typically when you say, hey, I've got your package all ready to go, they don't know that you're not the one packaging it up, but like it's just a way to be like, hey, you verbally said yes, you want this, I'm ready to go. Like let's tie this up, okay? Making sure that everyone who was interested, whether they purchased or not, you invited them to your group. Hey, I know you're not ready to purchase yet. I'd love to invite you to my community group. if the product ever goes on sale, you're going to see it posted there, right? Something like that. Or I love to do a giveaway just for commenting on a post once a month. I'll give a toothpaste, or you don't have to do these things, but find what feels great for you to invite them to your group that has value for them. And make sure you send the invite, because you want to put them somewhere, right? Other than just Messenger. You want them to see that you have a community and you've got other things going on, not just keep them in Messenger. You want to expose them. You want to like a whole new world. Okay. And then it's a great way to get more shout outs. Once you have invited to your VIP, once you have closed up the sale, immediately ask for the shout out. They're already exposed to someone doing a shout out for you, right? Their friend just did a shout out for you. So I love to name drop. I love to say, Kristen, it's been so great chatting with you. I know you're not ready for the product yet. If it ever goes on sale or whatever, I'll loop back. In the meantime, would you share a post for me like Donna did to help me get the word out about it? When we switched this in our business, asking immediately for the shout out, our businesses changed completely. They moved faster. They moved with speed. Kristen might be like, no, I really don't want to post things that I haven't tried. No problem. Absolutely no problem. We could say that you haven't tried it. Those aren't your results. I usually lead with that if I know they haven't tried it, but you're going to get people who are like, yeah, sure, I can do that for you. And Donna did it. Of course I'm going to do it. Right? You're going to get a mix of responses. Please do not attach to the response. Just accept whatever it is as their truth. Have no expectations on people. So day 4 to 6 is where you actually get more shout outs. Okay. This is where you can ask that person who maybe had a dead shout out and ask them like, hey, would you do a bit of a last call for me, so that anybody who was thinking about an order gets to see that I'm closing up the sales this weekend? Absolutely. I've already posted for you once. Why not? Uh, Thank yous and links. And the reason I just put this is because uh, thank yous are so undervalued in this business. The number of messages that I have seen, and this is not in any form a judgment. I just want you to know that anything I train on never comes out of like um, a judgmental frame of mind. It's to help you move forward. It's to help you make some small changes and get better results. So the number of messages that I have seen where there is zero thank you, or it's been great talking with you, or like anything to the other person, is slightly alarming, because people need to know that they're important. This is like the number one rule in human connection. It's why we have egos, right? We are, every single one of us, unless we're doing lots of ego work and lots of inner work, we all have egos. And we can all admit that when someone leans in and says, I've loved chatting with you today, or I feel like it's been fun spending time with you, you're like, thank you. Like it's touching, right? It feels like you're important to that person. And this is an important skill to master. And the only way we're going to do that is by practicing it and doing it. So just always thanking everyone, like, thank you for the like and love on the post. Thank you for the post. It's been so great doing this with you. Even if it's like legit a nightmare trying to get the shout out up, right? That person is trying for you. They don't know how to copy and paste. They're probably feeling stressed out because they've said yes. Now they don't know what they're doing. Like, thank you for your efforts with this. It's actually been really fun connecting with you over the dang old copy paste, right? You learn something new. Like that fills my cup that we got that done today, right? So just have some fun with it, lean into them. Again, these things are going to change your business. And then the links, these are links where if you've sent a product link, if that's how you are choosing to do your business and you prefer to do that, then take e-transfer and process for them. This is where you want to close out those links and this is the same for LumiSpa links, devices, collagen, new biome. It doesn't matter what it is. This is a really important piece when you send a link, especially if they want to pay credit card. This is the best way. You will need to follow up and ask them, hey, Amy, did that link work okay for you? Sometimes Messenger doesn't let me send links that open here. Or, um, hey, Danielle, did that link open okay with the discount or with the right products on it? Or, however you need to go in and ask, find a way to ask if that link worked, if that link opened. Did you have any problems with the link? Do you have any questions? Were you able to process it? I don't see it on my back end. Let them know, I did not see your order process on my back end. They'll either say, yeah, I did. And you're going to be like, okay, I need to find that volume. Need to know where that went. Or they're going to say, no, I left my credit card in the car and like whatever and all of this. I instantly ask them, please let me know when it processes so that I know everything went okay. I'm here for any questions. Would you like me to process it for you? Would it be easier if I took your information or took an e-transfer and I can process it for you? They've said they want it. You're going to help move that along. Um, I wouldn't have been confident with this if I hadn't been a victim of this. I wanted something from someone else in another company that I wanted to try. She sent me a link with a loaded cart, and I did not process it for like days. By the time I got to it, was like a couple weeks. And then when I got logged in, or I tried to get logged in, it wasn't accepting my email address. So I was frustrated, but she did not give up and she helped me through every single piece of it. And I am a returning customer. I have that item on subscription. It's not an item that our company offers, just so you know. But I have those, like I'm a solid customer. And yeah, it took her nearly 2 weeks to close that out. But it's well worth the return. And she has a big, beautiful business because it's not just me that she's doing that with. She's doing it with everyone, making sure that the product that they wanted or needed, that they're getting it into their cart and delivered to their home. So that is really, really crucial. And it can take a week. It can take 2 weeks. So day 7 is just like this is your final step. Okay. This is like the getting those e-transfers, getting those links processed, however it is that you're working your business. So day 8 and beyond, relationship and prospecting. This is where the real build comes in. And this is maybe with the shout out person, like if they had a really great response on their shout out, or you see like, okay, they didn't get a good response, but they've got 3,000 followers, they've got a great network. Use this shout out process as a way of being grateful that it built an awareness around that person. You're like, dang, I did not know they had such a great network. I didn't even know they were in my network. You'll find that if you're doing the daily actions and you're adding friends, you'll forget that you added these people. You'll forget that they exist in your network. You probably forget about people you went to high school with or worked with a year ago. So make sure you're tracking them and go in and build a relationship. You don't have to do it with every single person. You are going to get shout outs from people that you're like, they are not my ideal prospect. You know, 90-year-old Betty gave a shout out for me. I sold some tubes from her, but like she literally, it was torture teaching her to open the messenger or copy and paste or like whatever. She's not my ideal prospect. Plus, she doesn't want to do it anyways, right? Um, but those people that become visible to you, where you're like, oh, this is a goodie. Like, I want to work with her. If you get that, use discernment. You know if there's someone that you're like, I want to work with her. She'd be amazing. I love talking to her. Like that was a pleasure. If you're thinking, gosh, that was a pleasure, put that person down, start building a relationship. That's not about the shout out, not about the business. Okay. Again, don't tie to the timeline. The biz share can happen in a day, a week, a month, a year, a decade. Don't tie yourself to that specifically. You might actually offer the business 10 times in 5 years. And on the 11th time in the 6th year, she's ready to go because she needs money. Her life situation has changed, or she's been watching you for long enough. You don't know. Okay. Um, and I just put in a world full of algorithms, hashtags, and followers, know the importance of human connection. And that is what you're doing with engagement. Oh, okay. So I do want to just go to this. This is kind of what we're going to be talking about next week. This is the tracking piece, okay? Get a customer care log. I don't know if I'm showing this on my, oh, let me let you back in. This is the customer care log. And this is how I tracked my entire business. There are many, many, many methods of tracking. And if you love spreadsheets and all the things, then work from that. But just have a quick screenshot of this because these are things that you're going to want to start writing down. Okay, even if all you have is like legit a notebook, this is what you're going to want to start writing down. Good morning. Not the right time, okay? And then you can screenshot these. I will post this into the group as well. But these are some sample scripts. Okay, just having a peek. Get creative with these. Do not share these word for word. This is just an example of what you can send, right? So for the last call, right? When someone's post hasn't really had a ton of action. Hey, thanks for sharing about that firming cream. I know there hasn't been a lot of action, but don't think that you don't have any interested friends, probably because of the Facebook algorithm, which is causing your friends not to see the post. Oh my gosh, I really should do this in the morning, not at night. If you have a minute and open to sharing another one, can I send that over? You do not want to send that. That sounds like a robot. Okay, that's literally just a sample. That's just a breakup. You're explaining what happened, why it's happening, and hey, would you share another one for me? You want to be more friendly, like, hey Lorena, thanks for sharing about the firming cream. There wasn't a lot of interest, but I think it's because of the Facebook algorithm and people not seeing it. Is there any chance you'd share a last call post? That one was also posted at 4 a.m. in the morning. I don't know why you did that. Maybe because you were getting home from work. Is there a time during the day that you could share it for me? Right? Like be creative with this. Do not script. Not while you're learning the system. Do not script. Okay? Like really learn it. Go in deep with what's happening here. Okay? And all of these, like, business share, customer no response. Hey, I just wanted to pop back and see if you'd like to order that product. If you're not asking them, would you like to try it? Would you like to buy it? Would you like to place an order? I didn't hear back from you, and I'm wondering if you'd like to place an order. These are such crucial statements because people need to be told what to do. They need to be told what direction they're going in. And I have also just on some like coaching and working through conversations with people, I've seen a lot of like, oh, I'll let you know. Okay. And then nothing. Well, when are you going to let me know? I always use the birthday party invitation example. Patricia, I'm hosting dip night at my house on the 12th. Would you like to come? Oh, I would love to come. I'll let you know. Well, when are you going to let me know? Like, I need to know how much dip to make. I also need to know how many chairs to have. Am I getting you a mug with your initial on it? Like, when are you letting me know? So this is really crucial because when someone says, I'll let you know, I am driving the bus. We talk a lot about this year. We are driving the freaking buses. We're not on someone else's bus because we don't know where it's going. We drive the bus. Awesome. I'll check back in after the weekend. It's so sunny out. I don't want to bother you with it anymore today. Chat soon. Hey, Patricia. I know you said you weren't sure if you could. I know you said you'd let me know because you probably didn't have your calendar up or you weren't sure yet. Do you have any questions about the event, right? Do you have any questions about the product? Oh yeah, well what time is it at? Oh shoot, I didn't even tell you that. Right? That's what's important to you to decide whether you're coming or not that day. Maybe they just need to know how much is in a tube. Can I use it in my underarms? Because my underarms are actually kind of creasy. And I was embarrassed to say that. But you going back makes them feel thought of, makes them feel important. And then you just need to clarify like what information can I give you? I'm here to see if you'd like to purchase. I'm here to continue that relationship. You know what, Lisa? I can't make it that day because it's at 2 o'clock, right? That person might say, I'm not interested in the product because I don't have the money for it, or I've tried these things before and they don't work. So you can respond with, well, you don't have the money. I've got an opportunity, first of all. Would you be open to me talking to you about that? Okay. Instantly. You better be like, torpedoes launched. Let's go. And they might not be interested, but you have a gift. And then, secondly, maybe they say, the product, I've tried a bunch of things like that before, and I've spent so much money, and my husband will kill me if I bring home another tube of firming cream that doesn't work. Uh, I'm glad that you told me that. Thank you for sharing that with me. Always, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's going to be your top tip in business is gratitude, thankfulness for your customer and for what they're sharing with you. That also makes a great post, right? Uh, but I offer an empty tube guarantee. If you don't see any improvements by the time the tube is empty, we offer you your full money back. And just so you know, that is a company policy. Like they will help you with that. And if you cannot offer that guarantee, right? If you're like, well, I don't know, like I don't know if I don't want to give them their money back. First of all, don't spend the money yet. Okay. Secondly, if you can't offer that, you need to have a product experience and you need to be selling something that you love. So for shout outs, pick one of those three that you love the most and stay there. For me, it's skin firming cream because I had these like massive, right now, I never needed skin firming cream before this year, right? But now I am so confident and I love it so much. And I actually upgrade everyone to the retinol and firming cream together in Messenger. So find something that you're passionate about that you're like, I stand behind this product and I know that the company is standing behind me. The firming cream has the age lock guarantee. Toothpaste and tanner do not, but the company, they, if you put tanner on and you're like, it literally didn't change, or it made me spotty, or all the things that we promise it won't do, the company is going to handle your return. Okay. It's going to help you. You may want to do links at that time if you're not like while you're building it up. Obviously, I've built up my business where if someone has a problem, I I send them their e-transfer back and I handle it with the company separately. Okay. Um, I am going to stop recording and then handle any questions.